Revu's freshly revamped formula editor streamlines the creation of custom columns that contain formulas. Before I begin, how about a quick overview of custom columns and what they can provide for your documents? A custom column can house everything from a static value to a very complex formula. Here's an example of a custom column used in estimating the total cost of flooring material. This column here provides the cost per square foot, and this formula column here is calculating the final value. Let's take a look at another example. Here, a custom column is being used to help identify a responsible subtrade for items found in a punch walk. You can see I have the option here based on the type of issue found to assign a responsible party. To make your own custom columns, navigate to the Manage Columns gear here in the Markups list and choose Custom Columns. Here I can import, export, add, or modify a column. Let's go ahead and recreate that subtotal column from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and remove this column, and then we'll start from scratch to show off the new leaner, meaner formula editor. Step 1 is giving your column a name, subtotal in this case. Now here we have the option for multiple different types of custom columns. Since we're talking about the formula editor, let's get right down to formula. And now here we are at the newly revamped formula editor. Not much to it, right? That's pretty much the idea. We've significantly streamlined formula creation without losing any of the capability of previous versions. Now all I have to do is begin typing in the new expression editor to bring up an autocomplete menu that shows my available variables, constants, and functions. In this case, we're trying to get a subtotal for each flooring measurement we've created. So that would be the area of our flooring measurement multiplied by a cost per square foot. You'll see here under variables, I have the standard measurement variables available to me, and then a new item here called material. I'm going to go ahead and select area, and then that's multiplied by a cost per square foot. So how to get our cost per square foot? Well, you'll notice here in the list of default variables, there's a new item called material. In this document, I previously created a custom column containing my cost per square foot. In our custom column video, we cover how to create static values like this in custom columns. But now that I've created that column, it's available to me as a variable in my formula. So all I need to do is select material, and now I have my area measurement multiplied by my material, which in this case includes, as you can see here, a cost per square foot. I'm going to format this as currency, since we're doing an estimate here, and go ahead and display the currency symbol and 2 decimal places. And it's as simple as that. My new formula is ready to go. You'll notice that my multiplication operator is an asterisk in this case, just like in Excel. Additionally, you'd format your functions just like you would in Excel as well, but I'm going to cover that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and create this new custom column. And there we are, 324 square feet multiplied by $5.49 per square foot equals $778.76. Before we wrap this up, let's take a quick look at working with functions. I'm going to go back into Manage Columns, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new column. In this column, I'm just going to generate the square root of a given area, which in this context, quite honestly, is completely useless. But these functions can be used for more advanced calculations, such as determining the area of a roof when the roof has a pitch of a specific number of degrees. So there are some very handy and advanced things you can do with these functions. To keep things simple, I'm just going to show a very basic example here. So start off, I'm going to type in square root bring up the square root function. Now, in order for this function to work, we need to encapsulate the value it's operating on in parentheses. So in this scenario, I would put my area variable within parentheses and put it right up against the function, just like I would in Excel. And now that I've done this, I'm going to get the square root of my area. If I had failed to put the parentheses in here to encapsulate this value, the function wouldn't work. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. And now you'll see here, the very edge, I've got the square root of my value. So 18 is the square root of 324. So again, just a very basic example there for the purposes of demonstrating proper syntax and formatting. Those of you with the interest and know-how to utilize these advanced functions, I'm sure have seen enough already. So for those of you utilizing custom columns in your day-to-day workflows, I hope you'll agree that in terms of these new refinements, less is more, or at the very least that less is just a lot faster. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.